In stores today, Paul McCartney's live album and DVD back in the U.S. And tomorrow, ABC airs his concert special, including Paul's performance of Something, his touching tribute to George Harrison. His friend and former Beatle passed away a year ago this week. And now, Paul talks about his last visit with George.
George was a sensational ukulele player. What had happened is if you'd go along and visit George, you know, after you'd had something to eat, the ukuleles had come out. I said to him, you know, I do a little song on ukulele, and I played it for him. I'll do it for you tonight as a tribute to George.
The last time you saw George, what was that like?
It was sad, you know, because he was obviously very ill, and we'd known there wasn't an awfully good prognosis for the whole thing. But, you know, you hope. Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. You know, the best bit for me was that we just sat there for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours, just chatting about this and that, and just doing silly jokes about it, as we always did. But I held his hand. I don't want to leave her now. He just sort of stroked my hand with his thumb. And it was like very touching, you know, and it was something afterwards I thought, I've never held his hand. Well, you know, I've been leaving now. Actually, when I held his hand, I thought, he might pull away, because we're guys.
Right.
You know, sit around holding your hand, buddy, you know, push away. But it wasn't. It was like, I just took it. And it was a beautiful memory for me.
Paul will join Ringo this Friday in London for a tribute to George on the anniversary of his death. And, Beatlemaniacs, listen to this.
Are there Beatles things coming out? Is it?
Yeah, there's some Beatle things coming. We're now looking at Let It Be.
That was the Beatles' last public performance singing Get Back from their final album, Let It Be. As they were breaking up, there was much disagreement over how the album should sound. Now Paul gets the chance to release Let It Be in the raw, less produced style he envisioned.
Just the guys, me and the guys, and nothing else. No strings, no ladies warbling or anything, you know, nothing against the ladies warbling.
I got you.
But it's just so cool, just naked.
Using digital technology on the master recordings, Paul's amazed that the Beatles' sound is actually improving.
And you can just hear, for instance, John on one of these tracks. I think it was Nowhere Man. You just hear John, and he's like he's in the room with you.
Wow.
And it's getting shinier and cleaner. It's like the opposite of how it ought to go, but it's magic.
There's a song there. It's getting better.
It's getting better all the time.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Let me
I like
work
that
on
song.
It's getting better.